We are excited. The benefit is going to be Tonya Watts, the 1144s and cattle, and it'll be on August 28th at 3rd and Lindsley. It's $10 to get in, and we'll
west of the Rhine, beneath the new high rises, there's a park on Church Street where I
Where are you going?
I'm going to the downtown Presbyterian Church to have a meeting with Tonya and the contributor newspaper for the benefit that's coming up here August 28th.
You could employ our contributors, our homeless vendors, and people who are excited about the idea of wanting to be a part of it. Because really,
you think they can come and they'll come?
I think some of them will come. Some of them won't be able to because they'll be worried about where to sleep that night.
Right.
But some will.
I'd love to get any of them that want to get up and sing Cumberland Angels with me. I mean,
I think that would be.
That's what I would really like to do.
I think that would be. A lot of the fundraisers that we're doing, and like this, and the film series we're doing, I think are just as important as morale boosters for the troops who are out there selling the papers as independent contractors. That's a hard job, and we only come out once a month. Right. So every chance we can to sort of give them something to focus on and help remind them what it's all about, it is good. And so thank you so much for doing this. The Contributor is a street newspaper, which is a newspaper that dedicates itself to those who have lived on the streets and poverty issues. So it's dedicated to homelessness and poverty issues. And really what it is a paper that is distributed by homeless and formerly homeless individuals exclusively, and it is written by a mixture of homeless advocates and formerly homeless and homeless individuals, and this is a way for the public to be educated about the issues of homelessness and poverty, and a way for individuals on the streets to have an alternative to panhandling. It helps build business skills, it helps build self-confidence, it helps put some change in the pockets of people who otherwise are basically out there not producing and not able to contribute back into society. So it's really been a very successful effort. I'm really proud of our vendors. They've done a great job of getting out there and selling this. I'm really proud of our homeless writers. Ray Ponce de Leon has been writing a ton for us, and he's moving out of homelessness right now. He's getting an apartment with Urban Housing Solutions, in part because he has an income here selling the paper, and in part because I think he's got the motivation.
Well, let me ask you this. So you're saying that by this newspaper actually helps get some of the homeless people off the streets? It supplies a job for them?
Mm-hmm. I think it is a step towards getting off the street. It is a laborious process to move from homelessness out and into housing. It is something that is very difficult to do, and it's not something you can do by one fell swoop step. We're just a small step in that chain. We do not see ourselves as a cure for homelessness. That is not what we are. We are trying to educate the community and educate me to what homelessness complexities are, so that they'll know what legislation to support, so that they'll be educated against the false ideas of pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality. Our vendors are not going to get off the street simply by selling a dollar paper at a time. That is an impossibility. Imagine this: if you had a part-time job and no home, and your part-time job barely paid enough to eat, the rest of the time you're out there, your job is as a consumer. I mean, you're not going to. The nice thing about work is that you don't spend while you're working.
Right.
These guys are out here on the street, sweating up a storm. Everything they can do not to have to run into HG Hills and buy a Coke. It's not an easy thing to make it as a contributor salesman. But what I do think that it helps them understand the issues better, and it helps them educate you, the public, who is our market, to understand what homelessness is about, and to support the good options for getting people off the street, like Housing First. The idea that is coming out now that is you have to put homeless people in housing before they can quit their addictions, before they can get on their medications, because they will never do those things while living on the street. We are not the solution to homelessness. Our constituency that we're selling the paper to is the solution to homelessness. The people who buy these papers are the people who vote, are the people who have the power to talk to their representatives, are the swaying deciding vote, and this gives the homeless a voice to reach into the heart of our community and to help our community to understand the issues that need to be addressed, and maybe they can be addressed. Right.
Awesome. I love what you guys are doing.
We are excited. The benefit is going to be Tonya Watts, the 1144s and cattle, and it'll be on August 28th at 3rd and Lindsley. It's $10 to get in, and we will take any contributions you want to make. You will be able to buy papers there from our vendors, and we will not take a dime of that money that you give to our vendors in exchange for papers. It is their business. They're independent contractors, and they've got their own businesses set up to sell the papers. So any paper you buy will go straight into their pocket. All the other money will go towards the printing costs of the paper, which right now we're averaging about $500 a month in printing costs. We're a lean, mean organization. We have no full-time employees to soak up the money. We're simply trying to put all the money that comes in back into the paper. And we hope that you will come. We hope that you will be a supporter of the contributor, and we hope that maybe you'll get involved. You can write articles for us as long as it pertains to homelessness and poverty. We'd love to have that. If you want to subscribe to the paper, we can make that happen. If you want to make a donation and just wish us well, we would thank you very much for it.
Beautiful.
Coming angels down by the river, some of them dangerous and some of them lost. We look at them like strangers. Could have been our neighbors. It could have been you and me if a different coin was tossed. Yeah, we'll all be the same when the final rivers cross.